This is the Sim Pit. I'm your host, Sean Cole, and the real star of today's show are my good friends, the Pit Crew, the Patron Pit Crew. You hear me talk about these guys all the time. You hear me racing with these guys all the time, but tonight is the night that I am here to honor them. We are here for the Sim Pit Patron Race. I call it the Trophy Race because I have gotten in the habit of making these custom trophies that I 3D print myself and color myself. It takes me quite a bit of time, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears go into making these trophies, and I do them so that we can honor one race winner each month of our patron group. So if you watched last night's action, we had a pretty big crowd because it was open to the entire public. It was really a practice race for what was coming today, and that being a much smaller group because it is just that limited group, my good friends, the patron community, the guys who support the Sim Pit, and this is my way of giving, one of the ways that I give back to them and honor them, make them truly the star of today's show. So we are here at Daytona Rallycross in the Pro 2 light truck. We've been running this quite a bit, so this is kind of a beaten horse at this point, and probably the last time we're going to run this combination for a little while. But tonight is the night that one of these guys in the room will win that trophy. So I do make two. So last month, Terry, in fact, let me grab that real quick. Last month, Terry Crouch won the race, and one trophy is on the way to him. Well, the other trophy is sitting right here, and that's because over the course of the year, I'm going to save up all 12 trophies, and we'll probably do something to honor these guys from time to time. So last month, it was actually 2 weeks ago, but last month, the January patron race was won by Terry Crouch. He is here trying to make it 2 for 2 in the Pro 2 light trucks, and this is the trophy here. It's just awaiting. You can see it's missing a name plaque. It's just waiting for the winner. I just need to know who it is so I can print the trophy and get it in the mail to them. In addition to that, it looks like qualifying is wrapping up, so let me finish my spiel. Oh, where is my shirt? Here it is. In addition, at the end of the show today, we are going to be doing a drawing, and one of the Sim Pit patron crew are going to win a Sim Pit t-shirt, the new style t-shirt with the stripes and everything. And I have a randomizer and a list of all the current patron members, so we'll do a drawing after the race. So 2 things being awarded tonight, that being the trophy. Thank you, Car Heroes. Yes, I'm very, very proud of the trophy. In fact, I think, do I have a better shot of the trophy or just the thumbnail? No, I think I have last month's trophy right there. This one looks a lot like it, but it's a little different with that truck wheel because we are in the truck. So here we are. Oh, it looks like we're getting ready for some heat racing. Qualifying should be wrapping up in about 30 seconds. Let's go ahead and look at the results, see how things are looking. So I'm waiting to see if my new leaderboard works. I haven't seen it update anything at this point in time. Looks like it's just getting ready to. It's just that it's qualifying, so it's probably not seeing the times. Anyway, right now in qualifying, Terry Crouch leading the way with a 49.783. In second place is Devin Booth with a 50.270. And in third place is Brandon Skinner with a 50.375. David Payne and Joe Antonio round out our top 5. And this is still, I see cars on track, so this could still change, but we are out of time. It is now official. Official, that's right. David Payne and Joe Antonio rounding out the top 5. Jack, whoa, it moved things around and got us into the heats. I can't even keep up with the timing and scoring at this point. Heat race number 1, Terry Crouch is going to be on the pole with Brandon Skinner starting in second. Joe Antonio in third. Jack Kirk in fourth. In fifth place will be Mark Michkowski, and in sixth will be Tyson Landis. In the first race, we're going to have 2 heat races with the top 3 of each moving on to the main feature race. I'm not sure. I think everybody's going to be in the main, if I'm not mistaken, somehow, some way. I'm not sure about that, but here we go. Let's make sure we're live. We are. And let's see. We're waiting on a few more guys to grid up. They have a little while. Looks like they have about 1 minute, 10 seconds to get back out on the grid. Just be sure to watch those lights. Don't go on red. Be sure to wait till the lights go green. Don't jump that start. We saw a lot of that last night, myself included. Arudes, it's ready. Yes, this is the moment. And again, one more time before we go green, I just want to thank For the bottom of my heart, I want to thank all the guys who are part of our patron team. I want to thank all of our fans of the show, but the patron team in particular have had a substantial impact on the Sim Pit and what we do and how we do it. And if you're talking about the amount of cameras we have, the amount of bandwidth we have, the ability to 3D print, the ability to buy products for review when needing to do that, we've had the resources to do that, and that is thanks to the Sim Pit patron group. So I cannot thank them enough. Their impact has changed my life and, more importantly, changed the show's life. And within that, we've created the community, and these are the people you hear me race with all the time. But here we are watching them. Looks like they're revving their engines ready to go. And we will see Terry Crouch on the inside in that orange, yellow, and white 59. Little contact between him and Brandon Skinner. Hard to not. All three trucks are actually touching each other. That looks like Joe Antonio on the outside. Jack Kirk coming on the inside, moving up almost into third. He's right inside of Joe Antonio. Terry Crouch might have gotten a cut right there. If he did, that is going to have a huge impact on the outcome of this race. We are just transferring. This isn't for the trophy. This is heat race number 1 of 2 heat races. Brandon Skinner giving all sorts of pressure to Terry at this moment. A little contact here and there, but that is totally normal. You cannot get ruffled feathers in these trucks. It's impossible to race without touching each other. And there, another bump from Brandon. Just let him know, I am here. You slip up, and I'm going to come by. And if you slip up, I might just push you out of my way. As Terry Crouch uses that bump to get a little momentum and a little bit of a gap and a little bit of lead as they come past pit lane for the first time. This is a 6-lap race. They will all need to take the Joker one time. And Terry seems to have maintained that lead at this point. See if anybody used that Joker lap on that. Nope, I didn't see anybody go down Joker. Behind these two, we'll go back and see what's going on. Terry Crouch's lead seems to be building up now. Joe Antonio running in third, but he's got a whole mirror full of Captain Jack Kirk coming in. Oh, a little too hot. Had to lock up the brakes hard, and that gave Joe a little break, but then here he comes right back. Jack Kirk ain't done yet. They're going to race it into the hard hairpin right turn. You can see him taking different lines. Jack looking for the inside line. Makes it work, gets by Joa. And there's not a lot of room for Joa to make a move from there. Jack Kirk, nice pass, taking over the 3rd spot. Mark Michkowski running in 5th. He was very late into the game. Didn't even see him turn a practice lap. And unfortunately, currently running in 5th. Back with our leader, Terry Crouch, as he goes through turn 1. I believe they actually score that turn 1 and off the jump. Looking at Brandon Skinner off the jump, about a 3-second gap. About 2 seconds back to Jack Kirk, who seems to be really starting to reel in Brandon Skinner at this point, and he has put just a little bit of daylight between himself and Joe Antonio. And these drivers are also dealing with some track changes, as the track was pretty worn in. Joe using a lot of sausage there, popping that tire up into the air. Jack Kirk taking a clean line, trying to reel Brandon Skinner in. Top 3 automatic transfer into the main event. The leaderboard is not updating. What is up with that fakaka? That, you know what? Then we will not use that leaderboard. Sorry, everybody. Not sure why it's not updating. Yeah, Terry is just showing. Terry got beat up last night, and he is hands down the fastest guy in our group in the trucks. But last night he just couldn't catch a break, and he ended up rocking and rolling and tumbling. Each race had a terrible night, but tonight he is showing how it's done. Beautiful lines, nice distance between him and Brandon Skinner. And on lap 4 of 6, it looks like he's now on cruise control for the win.
There's still time for Terry.
Yeah, there is still time, but but as Car Hero said, Terry is a beast. Yes, he is. Terry Crouch, kind of the new, he's really shaking things up in the Sim Pit community. He showed up and it completely changed the leaderboard. Oh, Brandon Skinner getting a little sideways, just carrying a little too much speed off of turn 2. Hitting the edge of the jump and just got a little sideways. Saw that in the background. Joe Antonio slipping by Jack Kirk. What happened to Jack there? Let's go back in time.
Joe took the Joker.
Ah, thank you, Phil. Joe took the Joker.
Slow down the boot.
All right, let's go back, make sure we're live. Terry Crouch still with a huge lead. Brandon Skinner, now his lead over Jack Kirk is pretty substantial. I'm guessing he took a joker as well. And now that I look at it, it looks like Jack Kirk got by Joa again. He did.
Yeah, I had to slow down.
I'm going to guess at the 180. At 180 turn. Oh, but Jack goes wide there around that final corner as he crosses start-finish line. We are now lap 6 of 6. Let's go back to our leader, Terry Crouch. 48.6 last time by. Exclamation mark. I wonder if that means he got a cut. Not sure what that is. Or did that mean Joker? It might have been Joker lap.
Yeah, it was Joker lap.
All right, there you go. We learn. We learn here at the Sim Pit every day. As Terry now cruising along for the easy victory. I hate to call it easy, but that is a pretty good margin. Other than the beginning of the race, not a lot of challenge for Terry as he goes through the final corner and coming to the line, securing his spot in the finale, and will have a pretty good starting position as well. That will help him towards back-to-back wins. Can you imagine? Oh, Jack Kirk used the joker, but just not quite enough. Brandon Skinner finishing in second. Jack Kirk finishing in third. And Joe Antonio. Woo. Oh, doing a 50-50 grind on the wall in frustration. And Mark Michkowski finishing in fifth. As we get ready for heat race number 2. Again, it will be a 6-lap race. 1 joker per race, with the top 3 transferring to the feature. That would mean we'd have 6 drivers who've secured their spot in the feature. Still trying to figure out what iRacing's going to do with our setup. It looks like, well, as of now, it thinks we have a bunch of stuff. I think it's just going to go right to the feature, if I'm not mistaken. I think it'll skip the C main when it realizes that it can fit everybody in. All right. Oh, wait, what happened? We missed the start. You guys got going quick. Sorry. Phil Scruton out in the lead. Wow, these guys did that very quickly. Everybody hit go as soon as go was ready. Phil Scruton in the black and white truck out in the lead. And directly behind him, oh, that was Morano, I believe, in the orange and black truck. There he is, Anthony Morano Jr. Not letting Phil out of his sights. And then you got David Payne and Devin Booth going at it in the purple. They're both kind of in purpley trucks. Devin Booth strutting his new logo. You can see him in his new Sim Pit Devin Booth logo. The Sim Booth. Good battle up front. Side by side. Morano to the inside, or Phil to the inside. Morano carrying a little bit more speed going into turn 1 and actually gets the front of his truck through. Phil not letting it up, but here comes David. Bring on the pain on the inside. A really nice, tidy inside line. And carrying good speed. Sometimes that inside line will rob you of the speed, but he made a clean pass. Phil Scruton back to third. 3 of these drivers move on to the main feature. The rest will have an opportunity or either in as well. Phil Scruton, oh, getting a little pushy. Just saying, David Payne, get out of my way. Get off into the grass. And Phil now trying to come through. A lot of contact. Devin Booth says, oh, you guys are going to start touching? I like to fight as well. Phil Scruton on the inside, makes the pass. Oh, Devin Booth rolls the truck. Unfortunate event for him there. As at this point, Phil Scruton moved his way back into second place. Anthony Morano leading the way. Phil Scruton, David Payne. And we'll have to see. Devin Booth seems to have righted his truck and is still running in fourth. Can't even see any damage. You gotta love these trucks. They take a beating and keep on cruising. Take a bruising and keep on cruising. Kenneth Estep running in 5th place. Bringing up the rear. Here goes Morano off the jump for lap number 3. A little wide off into the grass. Makes it hard to set up that corner. Payne. Oh, that's Phil Scruton. Sorry. Giving Morano the Phil Scruton bump. Phil has used that bump to perfection. Just a little kiss. Sending the guys wide into that corner and allowing him to just shoot through underneath. And there goes Phil, a little wide around the 180. Morano goes and gets clipped by David Payne, but nobody got spun around. Just more contact, what you expect from these trucks. Phil Scruton getting away just a little bit. You can see a little wrinkle on the hood. Phil using that chrome horn to near perfection, I will say. And Morano coming into turn 1. David Payne right behind him. Phil Scruton leading the way as they complete lap number 3 of 6. These 3 are running pretty close. Top 3 do transfer. Phil off the jump clean. Morano off the jump clean. David Payne off the jump clean. These guys should just stay in line and cruise their way right to checkered flag and into the heat. However, where they finish will affect their starting position. The starts here have been the hardest part of the race for sure. So where you start could be a factor. I'm not sure if it's better to start at the front or the rear, to be honest with you. Either one can play well and either one can play terribly. Now they seem to be running pretty clean lines. Devin Booth starting to reel in David Payne, it looks like, and we're going to have a battle for third spot with 2 laps to go. David Payne setting up turn 1, staying down low, protecting that inside line. Devin Booth saying, oh, I'll go even more inside, but that's going to throw me a little wide on the outside, and they both seem to carry about the same amount of speed off of turn 1 into the chicane and off the jump. How they set up this next section is very critical because it's very hard to get grip out of the truck, especially when someone's pressuring you. But you can do like Dave there and do a little sausage work and hope it pitches the truck and they both get through almost. I'd say you're at about half control through that whole section. Into the inside line, and David Payne gets tumbled over by Devin Booth. Devin looking for that inside line. David Payne looking to protect the inside line, but that just meant contact would occur. David Payne rolls the truck, keep going, and he is now in 4th place. Let's look back to our lead. And, oh, where's our leader? There, where's our leader? Oh, change of lead. Anthony Morano just took the Joker lap and moved into 1st spot with Phil Scruton. Now side by side going into that slow section. Phil with the Scruton bump. There it is. You just don't want to be anywhere near the nose of Phil's truck at that particular spot. But you never know. What comes around goes around. You bump, 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 and then people start bumping you as well. Phil taking a really good protective line. That looked like a nice line to say, don't you dare hit me. I'm taking this one. Anthony Morano looking for a path anywhere other than where Phil's truck is, trying to get to the lead. We are on lap 6. This is the race to the line for the win in heat race number 2. Phil Scruton on the Joker. That's definitely going to help him when it comes to finishing. Oh, and that puts him right to the line. No problem with the win. Phil Scruton. Anthony Morano finishing in 2nd. Devin Booth finishing in 3rd with David Payne coming in 4th. And
I got turned.
Kenneth Estep coming in 5th. So lots of action in that particular race. A lot of contact. Some of it looked pretty innocent. Some of it looked a little questionable. And some of it looked downright mean.
Saw the bumping and was like, you know what? Y'all want to bump? I'll bump. I got aggressive after everybody else did. Apologize, but that was a hard one.
Devin
All right.
turtled me.
So it looks
I got
like
behind you guys on the first lap.
Looks like iRacing has figured it out, and now we have a 5-minute warm-up, followed by our feature race, which will be a 10-lap race, 1 Joker. 1 Joker per 10 laps, you guys. A little heads up to everybody. You saw the bumping. You saw the banging. That's going to happen in these trucks, but be respectful. Have fun. Know that what happens in lap 1 is completely different than the way it'll look on lap 10. So give your time, and there you go. There's my speech.
I tried to slow down, Terry.
Yes.
Yeah, I was waiting.
The comment is that Phil bumps in every class that exists, so I can't. I was acting as though this was
I'm pretty sure Phil's gonna get turned. That's all I can say.
unique to the trucks. Maybe not so much the case. All right, on the line, the SimPit Patron Trophy for the Pro 2 light trucks at Daytona. Oh, I need my imposter name tag in place. There we go. This is the trophy on the line to the winner. Not to put too much pressure on you guys. And then after the race, we will do the drawing, of course, for the SimPit t-shirt going to one lucky patron member. And I have that drawing ready to go as we have 3 minutes. 3 minutes till we'll get this race going. The guys are out doing some practice. I'm going to cool my pipes and get ready for this. What will likely be a very exciting race. This is one more opportunity. You know, the whole reason we're here today, the whole reason and point of this show is for me to give a big thank you to the SimPit patron team, the SimPit patron community. This group, you know, when we're in chat on Discord, which is pretty much every day, These guys give me ideas. They send me stories for news. They comment and make suggestions for things that we can race, things that we can do, projects that I can do, ideas for the show, interviewers, people that we can bring in. These guys are the best, and they have had a tremendous amount of input and impact on the Sim Pit since they've become part of this team. And there's so many parts to that. In addition to that, this is the financial support team for the Sim Pit. These guys just pitching in a little bit to make sure the wheels turn at the Sim Pit. And with that, we've been able to really expand things on the show over the last 12 months. A significant amount. Being able to have quality microphones, quality cameras, quality internet connection to be able to do whatever we need to do at the highest level. And it has had a really big impact on the show. And again, I want to thank them. That's why we're here. It's not about having a huge race. It's about having a race so that I can sit here and say thank you from the bottom of my heart to these guys. And these are the people, when you hear me racing all the time, you hear all those voices and you think, wow, it's maddening. But you got to keep in mind, that's me hanging out with my friends. That's me and all the guys I hang out with every day, just sitting there chatting and BSing while we race. And you know, sometimes you'll hear some heated conversation because we are racing. We are friends. We are racing. But, you know, racing isn't always nice, Phil. And so...
I yelled at Phil today, kind of. I like soft yelled at him. We had a good conversation.
Yes, and their memes of me are hysterical as well. I think we're gonna have to do a 2020 meme contest again, and then we'll have to figure out what shirt I have to wear for
that was a little bit too early.
The entire month. So yes, anyway, I want to thank everybody, and the reason I'm not racing today is very clear.
Bye, Brandon.
If I was racing, it'd be hard for me to be showing and telling you how much I appreciate this group. And that is the only point of this entire show. We are here for them to be the star of the show. We are here to watch them, honor them, thank them, and award them the Sim Pit Trophy, February Patron Race Trophy, the Pro 2 Lights.
Young Terry's going to get it.
Terry's looking pretty good. Terry, the winner. The reason I have this one is because I actually make 2 of every trophy. I'm going to keep one here on the studio, put them up on a shelf, keep them for the whole year. The other one gets sent to the victor. And in this case, this one has no name. It's awaiting a name plaque. We'll find out in just a matter of a moment. As the 5-minute warm-up is now concluded, it is time to move to the Sim Pit Patron February race. This should be crazy. All right, everybody, I'm going to apologize for everybody right now. All right?
I'm sorry, Phil. Sorry, Phil.
For Butcher.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys.
ELE!
Sorry,
ELE, everyone!
Sorry, insert name here.
Everybody love everybody. Damn it.
Oh, I'd like to apologize for Brandon.
I'd like to apologize for what I'm about to do for today, Blair.
All right, you guys, have fun. Have fun. Thank you. Thank you guys very much. I really mean it. Thank you all. Thank you so much for being part of my team and making it so awesome to do what we do. So, all right.
And
the lights are going. Don't jump the start.
Oh, jumped. Someone jumped.
No. Green, green, green. Oh, we're on Devin Booth. Oh, we have Carnage in the back. Look at the big craziness going on in the back. Oh, somebody's up into the wall. David Payne. David got the
That was
pain.
not cool.
Oh, and I see Morano get spun around. Looks like maybe it was the nose of Mark Mikowski's truck as Phil Scruton gets away clean. Terry Crouch in second. Brandon Skinner in third. Jack Kirk in fourth place at this point in that orange and yellow truck. There's Brandon currently running in third, right behind Terry. Looks like Phil Scruton's got himself a little bit of a gap. Phil's flexing his muscles, showing he can run from the front. Oh, a little bump from Brandon Skinner, sending Terry deep into the corner. They touch, they bang. They're just going to nudge and lean on each other all the way through the section. Brandon Skinner getting the upper hand and getting clean and away. As we are now getting toward the end of the first of 10 laps. Phil Scruton coming into the final corner, swinging that truck around, taking a late, trying to do a late apex, but is carrying a lot of speed and really went wide. Terry Crouch now a little bit of a gap, and Brandon Skinner falling back to a battle with Jack Kirk at this point. Jack Kirk looking strong and forward. Brandon getting all sorts of sideways off the jump, but making a perfect timing correction to set it up, using some sausage for some extra turn, and somehow not hitting the wall. That looked like a really nice long recovery by Brandon Skinner. But that just got him that much closer. He's pulled up pretty close. Our top three are running pretty close together.
Go
Brandon
away,
Skinner in
Terry.
third, Terry Crouch in second, and Phil Scruton in the lead. Joker laps will be a play as well. Phil Scruton setting things up, not at the Joker this time, taking her very wide late apex. Terry Crouch taking a cleaner line, and you can see made up quite a bit of distance right there on that turn. Phil Scruton getting back on the speed, off the jump, flying on through the air. And that Black Rifle Coffee General Tire sponsored truck. The number 420 machine of Phil Scruton. And wait, what happened to Terry? Uh-oh.
Slow down.
Terry got to slow down, and with that, he's all the way back to fourth. Jack Kirk, the recipient of that, and now up into third position. Going wide, though, letting Jack going wide, letting Terry get right back to it. Jack getting the edge. And let's go ahead and look through the rest of the leaderboard. Joe Antonio running in 5th place in the Mopar Ram. Devin Booth in the Sim Pit Thrustmaster Purple and Silver, doing the Total Drifters version of the truck. Joe Antonio smoking the tires, losing a little bit of speed, and Devin Booth closing right up on his bumper. Mark Michkowski running in 7th place at this point in that very loud black, red, and green General Tire Sim Pit sponsored truck. Kenneth Estep in the Grave Digger running in 8th place. Anthony Morano, after getting spun on the final corner, it's actually turn 1 on the start, trying to make up ground, but now running in 9th. He was looking really fast tonight, but a little bad luck has him back in the back, and clipping that inner barrier there and going up on 2 wheels. David Payne recovering from that 4-wide tangle at the beginning of the race that sent him into the wall, running in 10th and just trying to make up any ground he can. As we go back to our leader, Phil Scruton.
Watch out, Mark.
Good amount of lead for Phil at this point, lap 5 of 10. This race goes so quick. Brandon Skinner still running in 2nd, and Terry Crouch has moved his way back into 3rd, putting Jack Kirk back to 4th place. Let's go back to Phil Scruton, setting up for, he's doing really nicely on that 180. It's a tough spot on the track, and I've watched Phil a few times do real nice on that 180, and that's a really important spot because it sets you up for pretty much the longest full throttle moment in the truck going into this final corner, completing lap 5 of 10, halfway through our race so far. Phil Scruton, drifting it around that final corner, just totally sideways. Brandon Skinner, I think he might have used the Joker he did on that last lap. Made up a little bit of ground, but Phil ran such a clean line in turn 1 that I'm not sure Brandon made up that much ground on him. There's Brandon once again using those sausages to turn the truck. So is Terry Crouch. He's making up a little more ground, getting closer to Brandon Skinner for 2nd place. Currently running in 3rd. Jack Kirk not quite able to hang with Terry Crouch, but staying in 4th place. And there is Joe Antonio sideways in that Mopar Ram running in 5th. And Devin Booth getting ever closer, running in 6th. Mark Michkowski now moved up to 7th place, having passed Kenneth Estep in 8th, and Anthony Morano now getting close to Estep. Currently running in 9th, trying to take that 8th spot, with David Payne in 10th place, also gaining a lot of ground back there. As we tune back in with Phil Scruton, lap 7 of only 10 laps. What a quick event tonight's going to be. Phil Scruton in that 420 black and white truck, one more time in that transition across the banked part of Daytona, across a little patch of dirt, and back into the infield again. Phil Scruton, 48.640 on his last lap. He is really concentrating, really turning some good laps right now. Brandon Skinner, 49.253 last time by. And Terry Crouch, the 48.7 last time by, running in 3rd. Back to Phil Scruton as he completes lap number 7. 3 laps to go for Phil. And just using a really, really nice line. Phil's driving real well. A little sideways off the jump, but stayed on the dirt, still in control. Gets it slowed up. Oh, up on 2 wheels off that sausage hit there, but looks like that actually worked out fairly well. He caught the truck, gathered it up pretty quick, and back underway again. Back into that 180, long 180 across the banking, across the dirt, and back into the infield. Phil Scruton, 48.9 last time by. Brandon Skinner, 49.2. Terry Crouch, 49 flat, running in third, getting closer to Brandon Skinner. I don't know if there's going to be enough time in the day left for them to catch Phil, though. Phil, once again, going real crazy sideways on entry and looking for that late apex, full throttle exit out of that corner as he completes lap 7. Only laps 8, 9, and 10 to go. I'm sorry, lap 8. Now we're on lap 9. Sorry, I thought I did my math right. 9 and 10, 2 laps to go. Oh, Phil, 2 wheels, a lot more 2 wheels than you want to see. That will probably equal losing a little bit of ground there, Brandon. Oh, something must have happened to Brandon Skinner. What happened to Brandon? Let's go
Terry
back.
took a joker.
Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you. Yep, Terry Crouch, thank you. Terry Crouch took the joker, and that closed up the gap. Look at how close he is to Phil Scruton at this point. Running in second, having gotten by Brandon using that joker. And Phil Scruton goes to the joker this time. Uh-oh. Come on. There we go. We'll see the gap there as Phil exits. Setting up for the jump, and he has now gained back that margin. This is the final lap. Phil Scruton, if he can just keep it together to the line, he doesn't even have to be that fast. He just has to keep it clean line, and he will be able to win this race. Terry Crouch is very close. One false move, and it'll be back-to-back champion Terry Crouch. But Phil running a real good, clean line. He's just looking at getting through this chicane. Setting up that final corner and getting to the line. Phil Scruton bumping in and banging his way through the heat races, but here he is on a clean race and just going to the front and laying down some really good laps. Phil Scruton comes to the line, and the winner of the February Sim Pit Patron Appreciation Race. Great job, Phil.
Thank you, Sean.
Terry
Thank you,
Crouch
host.
finishes in second. Brandon Skinner finishing in third place. Jack
I'm
Kirk
upside
finishing
down.
in
You're
fourth.
on your side.
Let's get a shot of there. There's Brandon Skinner finishing. Brandon
I'd
Skinner finishing
lie-
in third.
I'd lie if you, I said you weren't making me sweat there a little bit, Terry.
Jack Kirk finishing
Yeah,
in
slow
fourth. Devin Booth finishing in fifth. Joe Antonio sixth. Anthony Morano, Kenneth Estep, Mark Michkowski, David Payne finish off our top 10 with Kelly Broadstater and Tyson Landis unfortunately not starting the race. So anyway, Phil, way to go, Phil. Phil Scruton, winner of the Sim Pit February patron race. Great job. Very well done, Phil.
Thank you.
Yep,
Thank you
nice
very
run,
much.
Phil.
Good job, Bill.
It's a fun race, guys.
All right, so now Phil's not the only winner tonight. We're all winners tonight. Now what we want to do actually is I want to do the Sim Pit patron drawing. So what I have here is I have random.org. What I have here is a spreadsheet with all of the names of the eligible winners. And these are all the active patron members, including double entries. Gives a total of 126 entries for the drawing, and right here I'm going to use random.org, and I'm going to generate a number. Now last time, I don't know if you remembered, it was a 1 in 100 and something odds, but it literally picked number 1. I thought it was kind of odd. That was David Clymer won the shirt last month, or last race, and here we go. We are going to generate a winner. Number 26. Number 26. Number 26 is John Melvin. John Melvin is the Sim Pit patron t-shirt winner. Let's see, John Melvin and Phil Scruton. And Phil Scruton. There we go. All right. Congratulations, John. Congratulations, Phil. And again, I just want to one more time say that was a really fun race to watch, by the way, you guys. I thoroughly enjoyed calling the action and watching that. It was really cool. And beyond that, for the last time tonight, I am going to thank. If you've heard me say Patron Team 100 times, go check it out. Simpit Patron, or patron.com/the Simpit. That is the behind-the-scenes support team behind the Sim Pit. These are the guys who help with input on the show, suggestions for the show, ideas for the show. They're the ones who support me during the show. We are the ones that we talk on Discord all day, every day. We race together. The voices you hear when I'm racing, those are the guys who are in the chat. And tonight, those are the guys that you've been watching. They always have immediate access to our events and eligible for winning trophies and shirts and all that good stuff. But more importantly, I just want to thank everybody for all the things. And, you know, Phil, ironic that Phil is the one who won. I say ironic because I'm sitting here telling you how much these guys help. I've been doing a lot of 3D printing. Phil Scrutton's like my 3D guru. He's helped me out tremendously in learning this new hobby that I love so much, by the way. And that's the kind of support that I get from these guys. So I again, need to thank them because they've had a huge impact on the show, and that means they've had a huge impact on my life. They're also guys that I'll be meeting at Long Beach. We're going to have a little patron group meetup at Long Beach for the Toyota Grand Prix, which will be pretty, or Toyota, it's not even Toyota anymore. The Honda Grand Prix? I'm not sure what they call it now. Anyway, but that is going to do it for today's show. I just, again, thank you so much to the Sim Pit patron team. They mean the world to me, and it was my honor to be able to make a trophy, give away a shirt, and broadcast this race just to thank them for everything they do behind the scenes. Anyway, that is going to do it for this one. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you understand how much they mean to me and that was the whole point of this show. But that's going to do it for this one. Have a great rest of the weekend. Get out there, do some sim racing. This is the Sim Pit. I'm Sean Cole, and I'll see you on the track.